Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome to the Fiesta ST. Now, you might remember, if any of you have seen the last video from about 8 months ago, I ceramic coated this car and put some ceramic sealant on the wheels. So it's time for a spruce up. So I've used Adam's car really as a sort of guinea pig here. I wanted to see whether this ceramic coating does expire after 6 months. Let's see. But also those wheels should be about 8 months in terms of the shelf life of it. So it'll be interesting to see if they've got any protection left on them or not. Right, here we go. So apologies for the light. I don't own the property, so I can't really add any lights here. Those wheels are minging. Let's see if we get that light to come on. I'll wave my hand a bit. There we go, so we can see a bit more. Pretty grimy at the back. There's the engine bay. That's got dusty in 8 months, but that'll come up okay. So as you know, it's going to be the first thing that I do, and we'll dry that off. Let's have a look inside. Pretty dirty, but that's all right. That won't take long. So I'm not going to subject you to the full works, as it were. So I think I'll put this on time lapse. Normal process, Green Star, a little bit of agitation. Jet wash off very quickly. Obviously not spraying directly at the engine. You need to be careful. Drying all off and finishing off with Motoplast. Helps to protect the engine, every part of it. Right, as usual, I've gone around all the wheels with Magic Wheel Cleaner. I need to let that dwell. It's doing its job already. It's starting to go purple. These are pretty easy wheels to keep clean, but with the sealant that's on there, it should be easier. So do a little bit of agitation in a minute and then rinse off, because essentially Magic Wheel Cleaner is a product that you can spray on and rinse off without actually touching the wheel. But I like to do a little bit of agitation because there's always going to be a little bit left. They've come up pretty well, and they were very smooth to touch, so I think the sealant was doing its job. But that's okay, let's get the rest done. So after finishing all the 4 wheels, we move on to the snow foam stage. Right, there's some active foam just dwelling for a couple of minutes. It is slightly alkaline, but it won't damage the ceramic coating. See how much comes off on that initial pre-wash. Active foam, slightly more alkaline than GSF, but it smells great. Makes your garage smell like a really nice cologne. Well, on first pre-wash, I'm not overly impressed. Yes, there's beading, but there's also water sheeting. Yeah, it's a bit late to have a topper, but I would have expected more. The roof is okay. That's beading nicely. But yeah, on first impressions, I'm not overly impressed. The ceramic coating I used was Koch Chemie CO02, and it was at the end of its life. It'd been opened for 6 months. Now, that was its expiry life. But, yeah, let's see at the end. You see, I'm just using the 1 bucket method here. Essentially, it seems as though if you are using a pretty good pre-wash before you go in with a hand wash, the differences are almost imperceptible. Certainly with the grit guard, it works perfectly well. Okay, after the hand wash, it is performing better. So the dirt's trapping it, but underneath the dirt, the coating is doing its job. It is beading nicely. It's very smooth to the touch. So, okay, I'm slightly more impressed than I was before, but we need to put a topper on it. So what we're going to use is PW. It's a great product to use, mainly because I've got lots of it. We'll let that dwell for a few minutes. You might be able to hear the fizz. But it works really well as a topper for ceramic coating. Yeah, it's not going to last forever, but PW will really help to rebuild some of those hydrophobic qualities across every part of the car, including suspension parts. The car appears to be white after all. It's come up okay. I think it's going to look okay in the sunlight. Bearing in mind there's not much today. Right, well that's the washing part. Let's get the interior done. Well, it's still raining. Typically, it started to rain again, so we're not going to be able to get daylight on it, but she does look good. Shame we can't take it outside. see there's oxidation on the discs, but that will go off as soon as I hit the brakes. And trust me, the discs will be shiny. The engine looks great. There's a bit of a stain on that mat, but I have extracted the seats. Everything else looks like new. So Koch Chemie is still protecting the car. For how long, the jury's out. It's supposed to be guaranteed for 3 years, but my concern is because it was really on the cusp of that 6-month expiry date, does it affect it? Well, at the moment, it's doing okay. Let's see how much longer it works.